Try again.
Welcome back to the Guildhall Podcast, an actual play RPG podcast. Welcome to the first actual session of the Mutant Mastermind campaign. So, since Paul was the one who's sort of insisting upon this, why don't you start off by telling us about your character?
I am the... I'm sorry. My name is Agent Seraphine. I was born in the House of God. I've lived a life filled with quiet contemplation, and after seeing my monastery burn to the ground, I swore justice against those who had wronged my people. And now apparently I'm in New York.
Okay.
There's more to it, but I can't open it up right now. I was not informed.
Robert.
Yes, I am playing Umbra, who is a tomcat from the City of Dreamers and City of Cats, Ultha, which lies in the Dreamlands. After a fight with a German Nazi sorcerer during World War II, Umbra has come from the Dreamlands into the waking world, and he rather enjoys himself here, living for over 60 years in hiding, barely using his massive magical powers, and simply enjoying life and watching the strange technology and the humans.
Okay. Garrett?
I am playing Purgatory, who is a 6.5-foot four-armed demon who was sentenced to live a life of torment in hell.
Uh-oh.
And he managed to escape one day from hell when a demon was waging war, and he managed to slip out among the chaos. However, the angel caught him, and instead of sending the demon back to his torment, the demon pled for his life. And the angel allowed him to roam free, but he had to serve God and he had to serve man. But if he messed up once, the angel would report him to God, and he would be sent back to his eternal torment.
On his permanent record.
Yes. So, Purgatory is really paranoid about being caught. If someone swears in front of him, he actually isn't a swearing kind of guy. He actually does like the 50s gosh darn it thing, just so he attracts less attention from God. If someone uses the big GD in front of him, he will slightly panic.
God damn it.
That, yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, great. Good. God. There could be nothing wrong with this. I'm happy about this.
But he has served man, because he was given an amulet that will disguise him as a human. But it's kind of useless, because if he's startled a little bit, his disguise will drop. But he has served man with this disguise, and he's found that superheroes are quite amusing, so he has decided to try his hand at superheroing.
Okay. Colin 2, Beta?
We have an echo, by the way.
You have an echo, Lenny.
Testing.
Better?
Okay. I'm assuming it's coming back on someone, so I'm trying to see who's coming back on. Just Colin, tell us about your character.
Okay, sorry. So my character is Sol, the Solar Avenger, real name Florence Black. He was an astronomer studying planets in the far-off Andromeda Galaxy, and he was contacted by one of the planets that was about to be destroyed, and they bestowed upon him the powers of their strongest heroes and asked that he carry on their names and fight crime on his planet. And due to his obsession with the sun, all of his powers are solar-based. That's basically it.
Okay. Yep, still getting that feedback. I'll have to figure that one out. Okay. Matt?
Alright, my character is Gerald Gadford, otherwise superhero name of Palladium Fist. He is a superb martial artist that left his monastery some time ago to seek out fame amongst the people as being a great martial artist. He does look forward to the day he meets his better, because then he will actually come up with a new routine to try and become stronger.
And Jorgen.
Alright, I'm playing the Dread Pirate Tesla. Yes, I'm a new pirate captain. He used to go by the name Joel Barnes before the government he was working for decided to use his rather mild-mannered inventions for bad. He had invented an infinity engine that was going to bring unlimited energy, but they decided to try to fuse that into some sort of a bomb. So he took his Zeppelin and stole that device back from them under the persona Dread Pirate Tesla, and is now a fugitive from his own country, basically.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I thought that was everybody.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure we're missing someone who's asking.
Rickard?
Rickard!
Yes. Yeah, I am playing as Cass, a 17-year-old runaway. She ran away from her parents when she was 14. She at some point found a pair of magical artifacts and started using them to get away, to stay away from her parents. But also now and then she encountered a situation to help people that she encountered. Mostly because she's seeking acceptance, because, well, no one really seemed to understand her.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so the setting we're currently playing with is modern day setting. So, whatchamacallit, as I mentioned previously, you guys are sort of based in New York, but each of you have been abducted from whatever your home place is. It doesn't really matter, with the exception of one of you who hasn't been abducted. And it's actually probably going to end up being two of you that hasn't been abducted, which I'll get to in a moment. So, you've all been taken to some sort of facility, you're not exactly sure what, and they are basically testing you, testing your limits, testing your connection to your sort of power that you have. Okay?
Meanwhile, at the facility...
Okay.
1 second, I'm trying to solve my audio issue thingy.
Okay.
I don't.
Yes.
If you
I
let
don't
me
even know
whenever
where
we
my
go
account's
to
coming
a
from.
new location, I'll give us a DC Comics Meanwhile. I think that might be
Okay.
excellent.
Meanwhile, in the
Ooh.
Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, in the halls of justice.
Oh,
Hey,
I
yeah.
should state. Superpowers, it's a known entity. It's been around for a long time. There are other superheroes, all that sort of stuff, so it's not something that's sort of hidden or anything anymore.
Meanwhile,
Jesus.
in the Lutefisk.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be awesome.
No, we're not doing none of this fucking sweetie shit.
Look, no, I don't. No, Lutefisk is horrible.
I know, I couldn't
Ew.
think of a better name.
Lutefisk. Ew. Thank you, audio, for picking that up. Ugh.
Tesla,
Lutefisk is just.
Yes.
Ugh.
what's the name of your
Yes.
Zeppelin?
I haven't actually renamed it. I was gonna rename it. So it
Okay,
currently
so
doesn't have a
the
name.
Zeppelin Cursed Space Whale.
No!
Zeppelin Cursed Space Whale. Sure.
Yeah.
It's back.
Normal.
First Sky Ocelot will actually be work better.
Sky
Sorry,
Awesome.
Smashers is canon.
Yeah, the Sky Ocelot.
Okay, so Robert, let's focus on you.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so You have this quasi-connection to this sort of dream world, dreamscape. Whatchamacallit?
Dreamlands.
Dreamlands. So, yeah, you have read more whatchamacallit than I have.
Cthulhu Mythos? Yes.
Yes.
Lovecraft.
It
Lovecraft.
doesn't
That's what I
matter
was
that much.
Lovecraftian.
So, recently, you have been receiving sort of word about a coming end of days. You're not
Okay.
you're not sure of the cause, but the only thing you've been sort of hearing is that there's some sort of organization known as the Tartarus Group that is attempting to bring about the end of days, the apocalypse, the end times. So,
Yes. Yeah.
also, in your investigations, that you have sort of discovered that there's sort of this hidden facility of these people. And basically, you think that you should probably break in there and see what they're sort of doing.
Okay.
So, understand where I'm coming from.
Yes, I understand.
So, you're going to attempt.
Read
Your
my choices.
character is attempting to stop the end of days because this world is just too much fun for it to end.
Yes.
So, since you're basically being tasked to enter the place, you have come into contact with someone named Tesla.
Okay.
So, I will turn this to you two.
Right.
Right. So a rather sizable black cat with a few white spots will probably sit on your airship and kind of look lazily down.
Alright. Get
I
out
assume
there.
we have met already. I'm sorry. I assume we have met already.
That was what I was. Oh, okay, sure. Knowing that
Okay.
you're you again, then I guess. Sure. Yes. Hi, Umbra.
Have you found out anything more about this Tartarus group?
Not much. Nothing new, actually. Except for, them being... their research being pretty damn horrible, I would say.
Do you have a plan how we could get inside there?
Well, not per se. Have you thought of anything?
Oh, a dozen things. I'm just unsure how much attention I would draw to us if I were to do it that way.
Right. Well, I mean, I can get us pretty close with the airship, but getting in the facility is not my forte.
Well, fighting is not my forte. I would be fine going through cracks, which they would not think of tying up. What exactly do you require? Would you
I
like
would
to
require.
attack?
Do you have anything that helps me, turn off their sensor or anything from afar? Because I have nothing for, avoiding that kind of detection right now.
It's your technology, isn't it?
Yeah, but not that part.
I can puzzle them with a spell, but I'm not sure how that would work out with the technology there.
I don't think we don't need to hide our traces afterwards. We just need to not make them unsure of our arrival.
Would you like me to summon would you like me to summon the nightmares of men in order to break down the facility?
The nightmares of men.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Do you have any details on what that would entail? Or would it just be their specific nightmares? Because all I need is a narrow window of opportunity, and I think I could probably get us in there, because my teleportation array works if we're close enough.
Alright, so Umbra looks downward. How does this facility look like from the outside?
Okay, so the location you've discovered
Dungeon
is...
Master,
You're
please tell
muted.
us.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. The location you've discovered is sort of a monastery type thing that's deep within the Alps.
Alright.
From the outside, you do see sort of like two armed guards. They seem to be armed with like large caliber machine guns, assault rifles, basically.
Mhm.
And then basically the inside is sort of built into the mountain.
But when you say monastery, does that mean that the whole structure is kind of open and there would be windows and something similar?
You sort of have like a stone platform jutting out from the end of the mountain with sort of like a stoned building that's sort of set up, but obviously goes into the mountain with two very large stone doors on opposite sides.
Since we've been staking this place out, do I have any form of blueprints or internal
Nope.
view of this place? No, we only have that outside view. Alright.
Yep.
And since I was actually restarting for the old version of this, did I miss anything? Do we have any idea where they are in there, or do we only know they're somewhere in that building?
Basically, he doesn't even know they're in the building.
Okay. Alright, we just know they're doing nefarious deeds, pretty much. Some weird
Evil as a
tests.
foot.
I can shroud us in invisibility.
The ship is pretty well cloaked from the human eye.
But the ship is also very large in order to get through there, unless you wish me to shrink the ship.
That would be an interesting idea. But
I would suggest against it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
I'm just gonna
And just
recheck.
because you would be on the ship. And at
yes.
that point, it would
You
be
wouldn't
very
shrink me
interesting.
with the ship?
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Alright, that's not good. But you could cloak us individually if I could get us down behind the guards.
Certainly, yes.
Yes. Well, let's try for that then. I'm pretty sure I can get us behind the guards. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle.
Alright, at this point I apologize. Now comes the flaw with my character. I literally have to read up how long it takes me to do shit. Because I can pretty much do anything I want if I have enough time.
Alright.
Right now, you have enough time.
Yes, but no, I'm aware, but it's also like, how long can I keep it up and what does it need to be kept?
Okay, fine.
So it's invisibility, which would be for 8 points. You can manage from sides, gaining total visual concealment. Although other senses can still detect you. 8 if you cannot be detected by any visual sense, including infrared and ultraviolet. That's the one we want. I have to additionally put it out on him. It will be an ongoing effect. So, so Umbo will tell you. I can reave the shadows of the dreams around you, and you will be invisible. However, if you were to engage them too closely, or touch them, then that would fade. And it would only shroud their visual senses. You could still be heard.
Okay, that's good to know. Indeed.
There's a slight problem with this.
There's no problem with this, I think.
No, there's a slight problem with
There
this.
is a slight problem, yes, sir.
You would be incapable of seeing me during this.
Okay.
And I would be...
If you were to always sit on my shoulder, for example,
really...
would that dispel the spell?
I wouldn't want to.
Okay.
Can't,
I'm just saying, if you want to keep a track of each other, that's one way I know
Oh,
how to do it.
I will still see you.
Hmm.
And if I'm nearby, then I can keep it up. Once we are inside, however, I do not know what happens then. I do not particularly have a contingency for this.
You don't have a contingency. Well, contingency will have to be fighting, I guess. Or
Good luck with that.
Yes.
I'm
will
not.
stay invisible at that point. Yes.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I understand. But we can't let them keep doing these tests on...
No,
all
you're
these
probably
things.
right.
We need to stop. Yes. I only wish we had more backup for this. Well,
As I said, if you want me to summon the nightmares into
that
this
sounds like
world,
contingency. That sounds like your contingency.
Out of character, let's not do that.
Let's
When
not.
we are power level 7, I can totally do that. Solidly, because then I will actually buy the power which does it. But not right now. Let's not do that. Okay.
I know. We'll not rely on it.
Yes. Okay, before we start, I would like to... Can I make a expertise magic test while looking at the thing in order to figure out if they have any magical barriers of some sort?
Okay. What do you roll against here?
I am rolling a d20 plus my expertise magic.
Yes. So I should probably look at the
And-
difficulty chart.
However, since this is not something which is dangerous or anything, I would like to take 10 on my roll.
Okay.
Unless you tell me I have to roll.
Okay. So you
And I get a 26.
okay, so take 10 and you get 26. Okay, so you think that the entryway is sort of a connection to something else that exists on another plane.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Alright,
Inside.
so Umbra will suddenly perk up and say, this is interesting. It doesn't lead into the mountain.
No.
It leads to another place.
Oh. Alright. Well, there's no time like today. Let me just get in gear and I'm ready to go.
Oh, yes. Alright. So, short for everyone. So, invisibility, 8 points. I will do it on one additional target. Let's say +1 or +2. Let's say 10 points for the shits and giggles. It needs to be kept up, so that doesn't change, and I have to be nearby him. So let's just call it base 10. This takes me normally 40 hours plus 100 minutes, so 41 hours. Let's say 2 days, just for shits and giggles.
Alright.
2 days on the measuring table would be 15. And then I go down 15 times and do it in 6 seconds. Alright, we are both invisible now.
Okay, you're really tiny as well? Or
What?
what? Oh, did you say you just went down and became... I thought you meant you went
Okay,
size.
okay. When you could look at the measuring table on the
Yes.
Mutants and Masterminds, page 11, there's the measuring table. It would normally take me 2 days to make this ritual,
Mm.
because it's 50, and that would be 15 in rank, when you look at the timetable. However, I downgrade this 15 times to 0, and then it becomes 6 seconds. So I make the ritual in 6 seconds.
Nice. That's really good.
So OP, please nerf.
Yes.
He is pretty interesting, yes, I apologize. Alright, so Umbro kind of waits until he's done, and then he kind of stretches and hisses, and there's not much of a voice, really so much as he kind of flickers and disappears, and for Dreadfire Tesla probably nothing would happen.
Right. Probably not. He
Except
still looks
that
like
Umbra-
he's a pirate.
Yes, except that
Steampunk
Umbra tells him like, okay, we can go.
And I no longer see him, I assume.
No.
I just say we can go. Alright. Oh, I assume you can see me and follow me. We'll go to the teleportation chamber.
Mhm.
And yes, off we go.
Okay, so you
I
tell,
don't think I have to. Yeah, I don't think I need to roll for my teleportation, if I understood correctly. It's just happening.
Unless you have anything
Complications.
like unstable or something, then no, it just happens.
It just happens. Alright.
okay.
Yeah.
So you sort of get shot down there, and you sort of reappear down on the I don't know what to call it. The sort of down on the patio, right outside the double doors. You sort of get startled for a second as one of the figures sort of turns to you and walks right by you.
Mm-hmm. I hope I would hold my breath. I assume at this. Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Just saying that's what happens.
Yeah, alright, this is what
Umbra is
happened.
just gonna silently follow Tesla around at this
Yeah,
point.
alright. Well, I'll enter the mountain.
So go ahead, make a
You
stealth
don't-
check.
Okay, so I have a question. You don't have like super speed or something?
Nope.
Alright, then I have no problems of following you.
No super speeds. I have a peg leg. I can't move faster than a clip.
A peg-legged super speedster would be hilarious.
That would actually be pretty hilarious.
Should I give you like a minus? Should I give you like a -5 penalty for your peg leg?
Oh no, it's a pretty bad situation anyway. The fact that I'm invisible, I think, would make me make up for it.
Except this is
I don't know.
auditory.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yay for my stealth check, by the way.
Wait. The Flame of Justice?
No, that's not me.
What's that?
I don't
No, I'm
see
sorry.
yourself.
I just tested. I'm sorry. I just tested the macro that Colin gave me. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it worked.
I mean, that's
You forgot to put the slash roll in yours.
Yeah, you already
I
used that the forward slash roll.
I saw.
I did the same thing.
I figured.
So did I.
Uh-huh. There we go. 19.
Ta-da!
Okay.
That's a good roll.
19 and 28.
Okay. So the one thing you will notice is the people holding guns. They seem to be like hooded figures with like glowing red eyes under the hoods.
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yep. All right. Taking notes.
You're sort of at the doorway. There
Mhm.
seems to be some sort of mystical barrier over the doorway, sort of like holding the door shut.
Hmm.
Hmm.
No? You're up.
Mystical barriers sounds like your shit, but okay.
Is it magical?
Mystical
Yes.
barrier.
Be a force field.
Mystical barrier. Alright,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It doesn't sound like tech to me.
Why do I have to make up shit all the time? Alright, fine. I make up shit. Let's see, one moment.
Oh, Robert, you love it, admit it.
No, I do. Interdimensional teleporting by transporting us through the dream world for a moment and just behind the barrier. Sure, why don't we try that? I'm just spitballing at this point.
Okay. You think that if you take that plan of action, you think you need to
Mhm.
sort of like walk through the doorway in order for you to actually enter the plane that the doorway is connected to? You think if you sort of did like a hop through the doorway, you don't think that would be the same thing?
Hmm.
Alright, so I'm more looking at suppressing the energies of this.
Pretty
Energy
much. You think there's probably like a saying or something that someone has to give. So
Right.
you either need something to
Open
bypass it.
sesame. Excuse me.
Yes, open sesame would be. Why don't I just try to find that one out instead? So much easier than just warping us through time and space. How about
Potato,
mind
potato.
reading? Mind reading sounds good.
You're gonna
No,
attempt
yeah.
mind reading sounds awful. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Because the person could be totally aware of that. One moment. Still working on it. I like to think that this is like in-game the time I need in order to make a ritual. It's basically flipping through the book and looking at things.
Except you don't have thumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
I miss taking a
My
pill.
rulebook. Pretty sure I had the rulebook. You can't find it now though.
What is the thing called when you look into the future? Precognition? Postcognition?
Prestidigitation.
Precognition.
Precognition is
Precognition
future,
would be.
postcognition is past.
ESPN.
Postcognition. I knew it was somewhere around here. There we go.
Alright.
126. Postcognition. 4 ranks, sensors. Alright, so 4 ranks would call me 4 points. I do it in like 0.2 seconds.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I take 10 on my checks. That's not a problem either. So, alright, so he looks into the past.
Okay.
breaking the barrier of... Nope, never mind. I make a perception check to pick out past information in an area, but I buy the precise thing because I'm looking for precisely what happens when someone enters the barrier. So, ball in your court, Dungeon Master.
I'm confused about what you're actually trying to do. So
Alright,
you're using precog or
yes, I'm
actually
attempting
technically you
to...
could go either direction. It doesn't really matter.
Literally trying to imagine.
So
I'm gonna
you're
go with
doing one of the cognitions to see how someone in the past or future has opened this door, and then you're
Yes.
buying a hearing to listen to them. What?
No, I'm basically modifying it with a modifier to make it precise. So I don't want to look like everything in the past. I just want to the precise moment when someone would attempt to step through it.
Okay.
The problem is that post-cognition and precognition is kind of up to you how it works, and it says that the game master may require appropriate skill checks to pick out particular detailed information.
Okay. Okay. Give me a notice check.
Perception?
Yes. Whatever those things are.
Yeah, no problem. Perception. Okay.
Okay. Your character understands and speaks all languages, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, one second.
Oh boy.
Okay. Apparently what they're saying before they enter before they enter the doors are 2 coins for Sharon.
Is that with a CH?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Isn't it pronounced Sharon, not Charon?
Sharon? I say Sharon, but that's me. Alright.
Blame it on the accents.
Yes. Well, I have a problem now. How far away from these 2 dudes are we? You said they were walking around?
It's basically a small sort of like patio type thing, and they sort of like every so often will walk to the opposite side of the patio and then basically take the other person's position, and the other person will walk to the opposite side.
Okay.
And
Okay,
yes,
so
they are
I will-
close.
No, this is bad.
Yes.
Because I don't have particular, like, speaking into your brain powers or
But
anything.
no, you don't. That's true. I don't know that you know the thing. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just gonna go close and then kind of whisper it. Because I can't also touch him, because I kind of made that my own flaw.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, here's the thing. You know what? Screw it. Dungeon Master,
Yes.
if you give me a hero point, since I'm curious, I will just test it out and walk through without telling him beforehand.
Okay, go ahead, take one.
Alright. I take a hero point. We all start with 1 hero point, by the way.
Alright, I should probably put that in.
So he will say that, and then he will walk through. And he will say it relatively slowly, but mayhaps Tesla will get it.
Tesla, do
Do I
you
need to
speak
make-
Greek?
No, I do not.
He says a
Well-
jumble of words.
Okay. Is there any check for trying to replicate the jumble of words?
I think if you have like the eidetic memory power, I think you can do that. But other than that, I don't believe you can.
And I can't.
Hey, Ron could do it to get into the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah. This would, by the way, be how a complication backfires. He wouldn't think about like, oh, I have to inform my comrade about this, but he's like, oh, this is curious, let's go, like without thinking.
Okay.
Right.
So
When you go, here, kitty, kitty.
Yes.
immediately
Oh,
the
I don't
two
know that it's
guards
gone.
immediately the two guards turn towards the doorway as there's extremely large sound of like rock dragging on rock as the doorway just starts to open
Alright.
up like that. Okay, so what's the check against your stealth, your hidden invisibility spell?
Do they have any power to see? And like, okay, first off, do they have any superpower to see?
You just spoke.
I'm completely aware. Then it's a normal perception against stuff, really.
Okay.
Do we still have the same things, or do we
No,
roll again?
because you spoke.
Fair enough.
Okay, so... Alright, so I'm going to get to 25. And I got a 29. Okay.
I'm not likely to get better than that with my 2. There we go, 12.
No, wait, okay, technically you didn't speak.
No, I didn't speak, that's true. But my other one was still like 16.
Yeah, I think the other one was lower.
Or 19. 19.
This is turning out swimmingly.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
does the field seem to be away when the door opens, by the way?
Yeah. You basically you can just whatchamacallit go through at this point. But
That's
so you know
for
what? I'm gonna
future
go down to initiative.
Alright. Alright. Since my initiative is the same as my stealth, I guess that could be my initiative roll as well.
Initiative
Yes, I'm not-
is... I'm sorry, I always forget it. Is it dexterity or agility?
Agility, I would.
I think it's agility.
Agility it is, yes.
Yes.
Thanks. Speed?
Right.
Excuse me.
We can still attempt new hide checks as soon as we go through the door and they can't see us.
Oh. Wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry, he was rolling like 25s and 29s before, and now it's 8.
I was trying to find out in the form of hit points. I
I have
wasn't
2
able to figure
skills
out.
I'm good at.
I know, Robert, I know. It's funny.
Okay. So
Yeah, I was trying to remember how hits and hit points works in this.
We don't have hit points.
have it.
When you
Well,
are
please.
short.
hit, then depending on the degree of success,
Robert,
something happens.
Okay.
28 range attack against you.
Yeah, that's about it.
Natural 1 range attack against Tesla.
I guess that would miss.
Okay.
Is that I assume that is the fire from the gun?
Yes.
Alright. So this will be, I get a toughness check.
Correct.
What is the damage of his weapon?
Enlighten me on the page number of that.
I just have it in my character sheet, so.
I don't know.
219 are weapons.
Thank you.
That.
I don't see it. Great. Let me go to the other thing.
I can tell you, however, something. What is their power level?
What's the gun they're using?
I'm sorry, what is
they're
their power level?
They're power level 8,
Oh shit.
but they're minions, so.
Yeah, but still, that means that maximum of his bonus to damage can be 6 because he has a plus 10 to attack.
Okay.
Ow! That
If you're
hurts.
talking about gun they're using, I can at least give
Yeah.
you a base stamp.
It hurts the kitty cat.
Yes, may I just point out that, yeah, no. Pretty much. So how much is the damage?
4.
Right. So it is 15 plus 4, 19 for me to roll on my toughness check.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
So I failed, but I did not fail with more than 5. So this is 1 degree. So I have a bruise, which
Okay.
gives me a -1 on
Shot the
further
cat.
rolls. Yeah, he shot a cat. I have a -1 on
Hassle.
further rolls to resist damage.
Alright, Tesla, you're up.
All
Does
right.
that break your concealment, by the way?
Technically, no. I didn't give it
Me
anything like
attacking.
it would, but probably him attack. You know what? You can always say like him attacking, but okay.
Some fur flew into the
I'll
air.
accept that.
Okay, some fur flew in the air.
Yeah, fur flew in there, sure. But yeah, me shooting back would probably break the concealment, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Again,
Probably. Yeah,
Magic bullets, guys! Magic bullets!
they're magic bullets. But yeah, maybe run through the door and hide again is my action then. I think that will be my action. They are good at looking though.
Okay, that is his action. Kitty Cat, what is your action? Because you didn't see him do that.
I'm right behind him.
Okay. Okay, so you both run through the doorway, and the doors close behind you. And we'll be back with the next episode. So,
I actually have to go for 3
Of
minutes.
Jurgen and Robert's adventure.
I'm going to switch to you guys in a second. Don't worry.
Trying to say.